If you're struggling to communicate the value of what you do, I know exactly what you were doing yesterday. You opened up ChatGPT, or maybe Claude, and you spent 2 hours workshopping your messaging. You typed in everything that you do, your frameworks, your ideal client profile, and you asked it to act like an expert copywriter. And it spit out a perfectly formatted response that was completely generic and sounded robotic. You then probably tweaked the prompt 15 times and it still lacked soul. Then you started thinking, I just need to figure out the perfect prompt. But what if I told you your prompting skills have nothing to do with it? See, AI is an incredible tool, but it is not a guide, it's a mirror. I'm Tasha Randle, and before I stepped out in faith to become a strategic business advisor, I spent 15 years as a marketing executive managing billion-dollar brands for Fortune 50 companies. I know exactly what it takes to craft a message that stops a buyer in their tracks, but I also know the frustration of having deep, undeniable expertise that gets completely lost in translation when you try to explain it. Think about it like this. If you send your husband to the grocery store and the only instruction you give him is get tomato sauce, you can't be upset when he comes back with a jar of ragu when you actually wanted a 4-cheese Bertolli. You didn't give him a clear brief on what you actually wanted. When I was at Procter & Gamble, working on brands like Tide and Tampax, we never sent an advertising agency to create a commercial without a rock-solid creative brief. The brief contained the nucleus, the core consumer insight, the belief shift that we needed to drive for the consumer to take action, and the exact benefit statement that would actually move them into action. If that brief was weak or generic, the commercial that the agency brought back was crappy. It looked like an ad that could have belonged to any laundry detergent on the shelf, and it wasn't moving anybody. Now here's a lesson that I want you to take from that. The quality of any output will only ever be as good as the quality of the brief. And that's true just for about anything. Garbage in, garbage out. Finding that core nucleus to have a really strong brief is exactly what I do in my strategic advisory intensives, which is linked below. Because I don't want you treating AI like an agency and then giving it a weak brief. You have to remember, AI only has access to 2 things: what you upload into it and the average of all the data that already exists on the internet. If your thoughts are unclear going in, the AI will just give you a highly sophisticated, well-written version of your unclear thoughts. If you feed it average inputs, it will give you the average of the internet. That's exactly why you end up sounding like everybody else and the message isn't landing. Recently, a client of mine named Ben, who actually happens to be an AI expert, told me that he had spent 6 years trying to crack his messaging. And he had even tried using AI over and over again. During our 2-hour intensive, he finally got the clarity he was looking for. When I asked him why human interaction and working specifically with me worked when AI had failed, he said something quite insightful that I had never really thought about that way before. He said, AI is really good at reflecting you back to you, and I needed an outside source to help me see the things that I couldn't see. See, AI can't read your body language, and it can't see your hesitation. Most importantly, AI can't identify what isn't being said. So it builds a better answer to the wrong question. You don't need a better AI prompt. You need an external human perspective. And right now, you're trapped inside the bottle trying to read the label. You are too close to your own genius that you are making assumptions your buyer doesn't share. You don't need a machine to synthesize your words. You need an advisor with pattern recognition who can identify your blind spots and extract the true value that you're not seeing. Stop trying to force a machine to uncover the deep human truths that only a human can see. Stop swirling with ChatGPT. Stop wasting hours tweaking copy that still doesn't feel right. If you're a faith-led founder or mission-driven entrepreneur and you're ready to nail down your core nucleus of your message, the exact consumer insight and benefit statement that makes your value undeniably obvious, click the link in the description to apply for a strategic advisory intensive. And let's uncover what isn't being said so you can stop sounding like a commodity and start accelerating your sales. I'll see you in the next video.